Podcasting from the High Line in downtown Manhattan. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Hey everyone, it's usually morning when I'm recording these podcasts and productions, but whenever you choose to join me, morning, afternoon, evening, night time, late at night, I always appreciate the likes, the looks, the listens, but of course I would appreciate you hitting that subscribe and notification bell on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone, but of course do that with no pressure, though I would like the algorithm to swing in my favor. I recently posed a question to my family members, some family members. What do you think the world would really be like without sin? I understand that word sin is used and overused, and as soon as you hear it, you automatically think, oh boy, here we go, yeah. I know, I don't really lie, I don't steal, I get it. Those are usually the first things that most people think about currently when you hear the word sin. Lying, stealing, murdering, all that. But I believe most of us are basically graduated past that point to really understand what it is. And to really understand what it is, of course, you have to understand the character of the Father and our initial intent for us to be here, to expand the kingdom, be good to each other. But see, when you understand what that is, sin is really transgression, breaking the law of life. Anything that is of the Father is life. Anything against him is anti-life. So if you get anything that is against the law, transgressing the law, it's basically ushering in death. It may not be right when you do something or something happens against that law that's being broken or transgressed, but it's setting the stage and the course further down the road. Like, you know, when you see like a graph, you see the baseline and the graph is like kind of here, but then as time progresses, it just keeps going further and further away. That's basically what it is. So in a nutshell, it's us being good stewards of everything that we have, our bodies, our minds, our resources, our talents, our abilities, the minds, bodies, and talents and resources and abilities of other people around us, and also the resources of the earth around us. Now, I've had some interesting answers from that question, from the question I posed to my family members. And one thing that many people don't think about that was brought up is that there will be so many different products that would not even be here. It would not have made it to the light of day. When you think about so many products that we have that causes pollution, because you know, when you manufacture something's in high demand, we're especially in this country used to being consumerist. So we want more, we want it for cheaper, and then other companies start to build up and make more of whatever that product is. But see, when you do that in such a harsh and wide capacity, you will have waste and byproducts. We don't think about the waste and byproducts. We don't even think about the resources needed to create whatever is those products that we want. You know, we become very attached to certain things because of psychology. It's all psychology. It's psyops, psychological warfare of a lot of things. And then that's used by entities, companies to get us to want to get things, to demand things, to become attached to certain things. Think of how many toys that are probably sitting in some garbage pile somewhere, that's probably floating around in an ocean somewhere, that for a hot second, some kid or some people had joy, but then after a while, it's fleeting. It was made specifically because we are attached to a certain image that we probably saw in a cartoon or a movie or whatever it was. That time passes. That toy that was produced, all the fibers that were made, all the man-hours made to put together, put the eyes on and everything, make the color of the fur, or if it even had fur, whatever it had, some time and resources had to be made to make that thing. We get it, ooh-wee, I got it, and then time passes, it's, you know, in the garbage pile. We have to think about, did these companies think about the long-term ramifications of said product, said toy? Is it biodegradable? Can it be broken down and reused properly? What is the purpose? Is the only purpose of this said toy to just bring psychological satisfaction for a moment? Or does it have another purpose? Can we utilize this said toy to, say, be a flashlight, that in case it's a blackout, we can use it? Or speaking about, you know, if we have a blackout, we could probably utilize that same said toy to convert it into crankable energy, so we could, you know, have some sort of generator. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of a little, you know, far-fetched with certain things that I'm saying, but it's good to have a mindset where we have a good stewardship in our mindsets to things that we produce, is there anything else that these things can do other than give us momentarily joy based on our desires? This is the thing that we don't think about. These are things when we hear sin, we don't think about that. When you transgress the law, does what we do promote life or does it promote death? That's basically what it is. We have all these landfills. We have talking to one of my good friends talking about, he saw a documentary about how all the trash in the water goes around the whole world and washes up. These are things that people have just discarded. Many of these things could possibly be reused, but then if we had good stewardship, we wouldn't even have trash in the water. We wouldn't have dog poop all over the place. There'd be so many things on so many levels that we don't think about. We have to really think outside the box, because we just think automatically when we hear sin. I understand it's been used and overused some more. We have to think way bigger of the impact that we have. We're supposed to be the stewards. We're supposed to expand the kingdom. We have to understand exactly how we're supposed to move. And then once we change that thinking, the world around us will start to change for the better. I guarantee it. I have many things that I have to do, more management with certain things, but I understand that it's good to be a good steward, to not cause too much waste. It's hard to do it now, it's all around us, but try your best, think outside the box. And hey, I pose that question to my viewers. What else do you think would be different if we didn't have sin, aka transgression of the law, to be good stewards of everything we have around us? Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you very much for listening. You could catch more of my content on my website at brooklynbaritone.com. You could also catch even more of my video content on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. I'm also found on LinkedIn under Corey Ashley. You can also catch me on Instagram and on Facebook. The audio versions of these podcasts can be found on Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcasts, Amazon Music on the Podcast, and other various podcast platforms. I also broadcast 4 times a week on local Brooklyn cable television on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Verizon, Optimum, RCN, and Spectrum. Thank you guys for listening. I want you guys to walk good, be blessed, be good stewards. You'll hear from me next week. I'm out.